Mike Vrabel joins us now on Zolak and Bertrand. Mike, how are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm great. How are you?
I appreciate you taking the time to come on the show today, Mike. Hey, when this Hall of Fame announcement came down and you played in the first half of that dynasty when you guys won 3 at the beginning, there's a lot of big names in there. You know, of course, guys have gone through and got the red jacket with you, but you were up against Logan Mankins and Bill Parcells. What were the chances you thought of being selected into the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think after initially, I think my son Carter put it the best. He's like, well, Dad, 7th time's a charm. So I didn't really have any expectations. I figured at some point in time it would come, possibly posthumously, but there's just so many great people that have been involved with this organization, even from before the 2000s. And it's just, I think you stop worrying about when you get in and just being thankful that you're a part of the process and a part of everything that went on. And that's where I got to each year. I was very thankful of being nominated. Thank Mr. Kraft every year, every chance I got. And then just very appreciative of the opportunity.
So, Mike, you're still in the sport. You still go to work every day in the NFL. But how nice is it to have a moment years removed from your playing career to sort of look back on it, reflect on it, and be reminded about, why you love the sport so much, and that is because you played it?
Well, yes, and I think it's also a great reminder to me of what we're trying to create within our organization, of what we had in New England and the types of people that we were involved with and that we worked with and that we played with and that coached there. I think it's a great reminder of what we're trying to recreate.
Mike, it must also be nice to kind of get away from the day-to-day, as Beetle just mentioned, where maybe not everybody loves you at every second and come into an environment where it's just all about everyone loving you and the other guys. I mean, it's probably not what any of us experience day to day, but that's what it'll be like for you, at least for a day.
It will be probably a little bit unique in that regard. Have not been, I haven't been back as a former player. I haven't,
Wow.
I mean, since I got traded, in 2009, and I don't know how that's, I think it's probably going to work through a bunch of different emotions. I got traded in 2009, and then I started coaching, and then I visited with, when we played with the Texans, and then when we played with the Titans.
Hey, Mike, I remember the joint practices we've had against you guys, New England, especially, when you were at Houston and the Titans, obviously. But you talked about trying to do the same type of thing within your own organization, what you learned as a player and what you learned here. How hard is that to do given, the way the league is sort of set up? You get one padded practice. Camps aren't really hitting camps like they were for you guys back in the day. But how hard is it to teach that and do that without the physicality part of it?
I think it's what the rules are. And I don't know if it's so much about the practices or what we did, but more about the people and the types of players, the versatility of players and and who they are as people. And that's what I'm trying to recreate in the sustained success and how difficult it is in this league and managing all that on a weekly basis and a monthly basis and a yearly basis.
Mike, is your relationship with the Patriots at all awkward? I mean, it doesn't feel like when you left it was a trade. It wasn't like a retirement. It was, a little different, and now you're with another team. Is any of that awkward for you?
It has not been awkward with Mr. Kraft, with Jonathan, with Bill, other than when the few instances that we've played. But outside of that, it's been fantastic. I mean, every opportunity that I've seen Mr. Kraft or Jonathan, it's been amazing. And then obviously with Bill, outside of the times that we're competing, it's been great.
One of those times you're competing, you got him at the end of the game on that damn time roll. When did you know you had him and you could tell how pissed off he was at that time?
I think that there were some conversations from upstairs. I think that they probably had a better view of it than I did.
Yeah.
But I think everybody's trying to get whatever little advantage that they can, and whatever the rules are, try to use them to your advantage. They change the rules, so nobody does it anymore.
Are you looking forward to all the improvements at Gillette Stadium, getting a chance to see everything there?
Five guys.
Now you're a big fan of all the work that they do there?
I don't even remember. Every time I see my comeback, it's something's changed. And I got to see what Foxborough Stadium was, and I got to see Gillette be built and Patriot Place and everything there, and the whole area and the atmosphere. And it's they've added and changed things each and every year.
There's a movie theater there too, from what I hear. Movie theater.
They got a new lighthouse.
I've been in a lighthouse.
I used to see this lighthouse.
The movie theater, that was like the original.
Yeah, it was.
That was there. We were there. That was there when we rolled by and would see it. We went there.
I still got your picture up on the.
They gave you free passes, I think, as a player.
Whoa!
I saw Cocaine Bear there. Had to pay full price.
The big loungy chairs, comfortable ones.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Super Lux.
Mike, during these induction ceremonies, typically there are former teammates that roast their teammate that's being inducted. Are you expecting something like that tomorrow? There could be a little bit of ribbing.
I haven't been able to attend any of them. I would hope so. I mean, as much as I gave, I have to probably be ready to accept a little bit. But as long as I have the microphone last, I think we'll be fine.
I'll be emceeing your portion, and you have two former players coming up. I don't know if you know who they are, but they'll have some stuff ready for you. But it's going to be
they will.
It's going to be a fun day.
I'm sure they will, and they rightfully so. Tom texted and said congrats, and I'm guessing that means that he won't be able to.
He's not coming.
He probably has some cosmetic event planned. And won't be able to make it on Saturday morning.
Mike, what year did he really start to get weird? Where like I
know. That's what I said. I said back when you had it, and I texted. I texted back. I said back. I said, remember when you used to be ruthless, and it was just all the crap talking back and forth, and that's just like why we love to come to practice every day and work, and guys would be on the show team and talking back and forth and just competing and practicing. I was like, when did you change? And we were just joking. And again, it was great to catch up with him yesterday.
You got a good Scar story because he's going in with you too. Like Dante is a real bitch, man. As a coach.
I've never seen anybody be nicer off the field.
Yeah,
and caring and compassionate. And then all of a sudden, he turns into the Tasmanian devil, and I'm like, who is this kid? And he'd be like, hey, how your kids doing? And I was like, one time I had to look up this word. He was like, one time, I don't know if it was Matt Light or Steve Neal or somebody. He was like, for my own GD personal edification, what the hell were you thinking? And I was like, what does edification mean? I didn't even know what that word meant. And it was just the way that he said it out on the field. I was like, Scar, I gotta have to look that one up.
He's oddly intimidating, but I can totally picture that, him just like turning the switch and being like, by the way, I know I just got done screaming at you, but how are the kids?
Yeah, he's Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. Who was your favorite assistant coach over the years as a Patriot?
Charlie.
Oh man, that probably Rob Ryan was the first one, right? And I remember coming from Pittsburgh, not having done much there, but Rob really excited about having me, and first day OTAs at off-season program, and again, he's wired, high strung, and he's like, now let me tell you something. Now you're playing for your family and mine, so don't mess up.
No pressure.
He's like, hey, you're playing for your family and mine, so don't mess up.
Mike,
that was his motivation.
Congratulations again. Tomorrow should be a great day for you and for everyone involved, and we're happy you were able to give us a couple of minutes ahead of this big weekend.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, man. Can't wait to get back there.
All right. See you, Mike.
Mike Vrabel, former Patriot, going into the Hall of Fame, current Tennessee Titans head coach, and that is happening tomorrow inside now.
Yes.
So
Yeah, Cross Pavilion.
Cross Pavilion is where things will be hosted with the weather that's coming through.
There will be some tickets for sale. Check it out on Patriots.com. You could also see it on your mobile devices, your laptops, your iPads, whatever. It will be streamed live.